What's up, you guys? Welcome to the video. Before I sat down to record this, I actually had planned to make a completely different video and had thought of points, things I was going to talk about, and I still think I'm going to make that video. But literally right when I sat down to record this, I just kind of felt the urge and I don't know why I decided to record this video, but I am recording it. So recently I did kind of like a little rant style thing on my Snapchat, talking a lot about my, I guess, kind of like my social anxiety or just anxiety in general, and a lot of people seem to, kind of relate to it, and they kind of felt that they could just relate to what I was saying. And so I don't know why, I just felt like I sat down and I was like, man, I should really talk about what I've been going through. Not in any way to try and make you feel bad for me or try and complain about my life and say that my life is hard, because that is the last thing that I want to do, because I understand how blessed I am and how lucky I am and how many great opportunities I have. And I think that personally for me, knowing that is part of the reason why I get so frustrated with myself. I know I kind of skipped ahead, but so a lot of times during the day and just during days and stuff, I'm alone. So I film videos alone. I'm usually I'll be at the gym with some people, but I'm doing my own thing. And I think lately it's just kind of been getting to me. So I'll be alone so much that I'll get invited to go places, and when I'm there, I start to just really kind of freak out and just really, I don't even know how to explain it, honestly. But the thing that really upsets me is that I'll be freaking out in my mind, but logically I think to myself, what are you worried about, man? There's nothing going on that should be making you feel like this. You're fine. Nobody is staring at you thinking you're weird or staring at you thinking that there's something wrong with you. But in my head, I start thinking that, but then I start telling myself that you shouldn't be worried about it, and then I start to get even more upset at myself because I shouldn't be so anxious when I'm out at these gatherings and get-togethers with other people. So it's really, really frustrating. And then sometimes it'll end up spilling over into the next day. So say I go out at night. So recently, let's just tell the story. So recently I went out for my sister's birthday party. Everybody was drinking. I'm not a drinker. They went out to these bars kind of thing, and it's not really my thing, but I'm around that every once in a while, so it wasn't really that big of a deal for me, right? But I just couldn't. I just felt like it's a really weird feeling, but you're around so many people and everyone's having so much fun, but I just literally felt like I was alone, even with all those people around me. And it's just frustrating when I know that I'm not alone. I know that these people care about me, I know these people love me, but I just feel like it doesn't matter, And so that kind of, I ended up leaving really early, and I was glad that I was able to be there with my sister, but I left early. And then the next day I had woken up, and it was one of those days where you wake up and you're just kind of it's hard to get out of bed. It's hard to really do anything for that day. And I ended up not even leaving my room until 2 p.m. that day. And for me, that's really late. Normally I've already done a whole workout by then. I'm home, I'm showered, I've eaten twice, And that day I just couldn't, I couldn't bring myself to get out of my room. I just, I start to think about everything and nothing at the same time. That's the thing that happens to me the most, right? I usually don't go out all the time, so I don't have to deal with the social anxiety part, but it's that part when I wake up and I'm already dreading these things that aren't, there's no reason to dread them, but I start to dread them, and I start to really just focus on these things that they don't even matter, or they do matter, but it's not a bad thing, or whatever it is, right? It's so hard to explain this in a way that you might understand, but that happens to me a lot. And like I said, I'm not trying to complain or act like I'm complaining to you guys, or act like I have a hard life or anything like that. I've definitely lived through harder times, way harder times than I'm living now. And I want to say that because I don't want anyone to feel bad for me. I don't want anyone to feel like I'm complaining, because I do understand what other people are going through, but this is something that I'm dealing with, and I did want to talk about it. But it can be really, it's just frustrating. And I think that's the part that gets me, is because I get so frustrated with myself, and then when I get frustrated with myself, I end up getting upset at myself, and then I'm telling myself, why are you feeling like this? Why are you so upset? What are you worried about? Why are you so stressed out about a video, or so stressed out about a post, or so stressed out about getting back to emails or whatever it is, or an email that's going to come in, or just like these little things, like I'll turn these like little, I guess you could say like little molehills into these huge mountains for literally no reason. And I don't know what it is, and normally it's just kind of like time has to go by for me to get better, or a lot of times like I'll just go to the gym and then luckily I have that release and I'm able to really feel a lot better, because you know the gym for me really does just make me feel better about a lot of things, and I'm really lucky to have that. But I don't know why I decided to make this video. I just kind of, I guess I kind of hope that somebody watching this is, you know, might be going through this. I don't hope that people that are going through the same thing, but if you are going through the same thing, I hope that you were able to find this video, and that, I don't know, I know for me that when I hear somebody is going through the same thing as me, it makes me feel a lot better about what I'm going through, and you know, that's what I'm kind of hoping this video will be. And obviously, like, I would love to, you know, hear your guys' suggestions if you are going through this. Like, what have you done to maybe, you know, get past it, and like what would you even call what I'm dealing with? Because like, I hate like labeling things, because I know like anxiety is, I guess it's kind of a broad thing, but like if you really struggle with it, it can be like crippling. So that's why I don't like to give myself that sort of title, because I don't want people that really do deal with that to feel like I'm lessening, you know, their pain and the things that they're going through and the issues that they have, because like I'm dealing with this little thing or whatever it is, right? And like and I'm not trying to say like the thing that I'm dealing with isn't big, but I'm just, you know, I'm just trying to not make any waves or anything like that, and really, you know, I'm just trying to understand it, and I do want to get better, obviously, and luckily, like, I don't want you guys to be worried and think that, like, I'm dealing with this every day and, like, every day's hard. It's not like that. It's, you know, it's kind of frequent, but not to a point where I can't function. Well, when it's happening, I can't really function that much, but once it's over, it's over. And I've looked into kind of, like, okay, whatever, I'll just say it, I guess, like manic depressive kind of stuff, like, cause like there's days where I'm literally like on top of the world, I can get anything done, I'll be so motivated to do everything that I need to do, like literally everything, nothing is an issue, like nothing can bring me down, nothing can stop me, and like that'll go on for a little bit, and then there'll be days where I'm just literally like, everything's an issue, everything's a problem, I'm a failure, everything around me is falling apart, I'm never gonna be able to live up to, you know, what I wanted to be, I don't think that I'm good enough, and like it'll literally get to a point where I can't do, like I paralyze myself with those thoughts, and it's just, like I said, I don't want to label myself as a manic depressive or anything like that, because like I said, that's a huge thing to say, but that is something that I deal with, you know, just that sense of feeling on top of the world, and then it's like, whoom, right down to just feeling like an absolute failure, and like, sometimes it'll be one day, absolutely incredible, I do so much stuff, get so much done, the next day, absolutely just feel like a total piece of trash, like a failure, and the thing that, and like that's why when I'm in those days, I get so frustrated with myself, because I'll still be getting messages from people saying like, your videos have helped me lose 100 pounds, and like I get messages like that every single day, and like normally I'm super appreciative, and I'm always appreciative, but normally, like, you know, I'm like, wow, this is really cool, I'll show my friends and be like, look at this is awesome, and then other days I'm like, yeah, they're probably just saying that to like make me feel better, like I probably didn't really help them, like really, like that's literally how I'll think sometimes, and it doesn't make any sense. Like right now I'm in a state where, I mean, I would say I'm in the middle right now. Like I'm in a good spot. I'm not super like high energy, everything's great, but I'm definitely not in that depressed state either. So, you know, when I get those messages, I really appreciate them. And I don't know, like, I'm sorry that this video is kind of all over the place, but this is a lot of stuff that I've been wanting to say for a while, and I just I didn't really know where to put it, didn't know what kind of video to make, and like I said, I made that Snapchat rant, and a lot of people really, really appreciated it, so I just kind of, I don't know, I guess I kind of hope that people will appreciate this. Obviously, I didn't have a script for this, because I just decided to talk about this right before I turned on the camera. Yeah, so like I said, if you know about this stuff, if you know about, you know, what I'm kind of talking about, I would love to hear your opinion on things I could do, or, you know, like, I get that that's a kind of a maybe kind of stupid to ask, because there's going to be a million different, you know, points that people are going to make. They're going to be like, oh, you should do this, you should do this, oh, that's stupid, oh, you're stupid. But I just love hearing you guys' like opinions about stuff, and it really, like, you guys are literally like, I don't know how to explain how much I appreciate you guys, and I just really do appreciate you guys. But yeah, so that's kind of been something that I've been struggling with. Like I said, it's not like it's the end of the world, and it's not like it's gonna affect me making videos for you guys and making content and living my life. You know, I've literally, training has been going better than it ever has, and I've been making more progress than I ever have before. So obviously it's not affecting me that much, but it definitely is something that I need to be open with, and I need to talk about, because I personally don't think that means there's something wrong with me, because I really do feel like there's a lot of people that struggle with things that maybe they just don't talk about, or they are kind of worried about to be open with, which I understand that, because it is kind of like, this is something like, I can be open with my loose skin, I can be open about stuff like that, but stuff like this is kind of hard for me to talk about, and it's probably, I don't know, this video is probably hard to watch because I'm all over the place, but I guess I'm just kind of like still kind of nervous to talk about this. But yeah, I think I've said everything that I need to say, and you know, now I'm just gonna hopefully leave it open to you guys to give me your opinion. What do you guys think? If you've been going through the same thing, I would love, you know, to hear what you've been doing to maybe get better, or just hear your story, because I know it'll make me feel better about what I'm going through. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look how buff I am.
Obey the warning signs, and when there are flashing lights or wigwags, don't attempt to cross until they come to a complete stop.